A Tzu Chi husband-wife duo coordinates for both the TIMA team and volunteers in New Taipei City. Tzu Chi volunteers replace a traditional paperwork process with an electric one for the upcoming distribution. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. In Sanzi and Simen of New Taipei City, Tzu Chi hosts a free clinic once every 2 months. There's a husband-wife duo who volunteers as the coordinators for both the TIMA medical personnel and the home visit volunteers. Thanks to their unconditional devotion, the medical home visits are always running so smoothly. Let's meet the selfless Tzu Chi couple.
Now there are many care recipients that live in the mountainous areas. For people like us who have day jobs, it's almost impossible for us to go visit them in the mornings. So we would often make the trip at night or during the weekends to go visit them.
小心有那棵树，可以到了。
Please be extra careful. It rained today, so the rocks and the stairs are all very slippery. We must be careful.
It's okay. He's walking in front of me, and I am behind him. I will just follow where he steps.
阿公你好。
你中昼有食无？有啦。
哦。
啊，阮咧明仔载医生会来啦。医生哦。嘿。好。让我们抬头，万物迎接你，欢迎你到慈济来，你笑容亲切又可爱，祝你天天都愉快。
那他这个脚可能也是要再去看一下。
郭天主之前这你爱去有感染过看啦。
She's always so busy because she's our coordinator, so she's the one in charge of letting us know what our functions and duties are, what to do in each situation. It's all pre-arranged by them.
In fact, we are just playing the role of the middleman. Our responsibility is just to connect both the medical personnel and the volunteers together.
大家就是凝聚在一起。
你都企喺啲厝嘅哦，好来。 啊，这啊，洗师过来甲伊看。哦，阿伯你好，好你好。
今日礼拜呢，礼拜早药啊，阁有呢，你看无？
你早也未食。
你表示你早未食药啊，对无？
大便呢？大便有正常无？
有啦有。这药开始薄起来。
薄起来。会痛吗？
痛是袂痛，不过规抓呢吼。
啥时拢薄起来？弯曲。
拢弯去。
The husband and wife duo, because they are locals, they know how to help him.
Because we are only here today, and then we will be leaving, however, the follow-up visits will still need the continuous care from the community's Tzu Chi volunteers.
你这小啊，你洗一个啦。你这吼，无你迄网仔有无？这天气网仔会足够的啦。嘿，那我来洗啦，卖啦。你那我来应该来洗啦。你算定来啦吼。
定。假是家己安尼了。
甲冲一较袂用这网筒甲咱定。好。
如果我们其实有
When we both have something to do, and we both have the same values, goals, and interests, then we don't feel that lonely anymore. Dharma Master Zhen Yan has arrived in Qingshui. The local Tzu Chi volunteers seized the occasion to present art pieces made with the flowering plant soft rush to her. Meanwhile, the Miaoli County Magistrate have also gone to the Qingshui Jingsi Hall to thank the master personally for helping rebuild many schools in the area.
In Miaoli County, many school buildings are old and damaged. Fortunately, Tzu Chi has helped rebuild 6 schools with its Project Hope of disaster risk reduction.
Tzu Chi's Project Hope of disaster risk reduction is very helpful for Miaoli, a county with poor financial conditions.
The county magistrate came to the Qingshui Jingsi Hall to personally thank Dharma Master Zhen Yan and the Tzu Chi Foundation. The schools being helped have also incorporated Tzu Chi's humanistic culture into its curriculum.
The principal introduced Jingsi aphorisms to all the students. We also asked students to write essays with the themes of Jingsi aphorisms. This way they will understand which aphorisms pertain to what areas in their daily lives.
未来的教育就是我们的社会、国家、家庭的希望。当然，孩子呢，不是跟他得分数，最重要的就是品德。
Artist Yang Pingyu has created art pieces with the theme of Tzu Chi disaster relief. The master carefully looked at each of the drawings.
2009年，
八八水灾，
八水
这是大代志。
大代志。
这大代志啊！这今年10周年，感恩你哦，真用心。
哎呀，唔是啦，因为我咧画这时，我的感觉就是要甲慈济的心加起来感情。
你就人一摆啦。
These Tzu Chi volunteers also weave various items with soft brush to pass on this traditional culture.
When you came last time, I had shown you a button. Then you said I could make bookmarks with it. Therefore, I turned this into a bookmark.
Tzu Chi volunteers' creative works included mini shoes, which takes 2 hours to make, and common rush hats that takes 2 days to weave. As the master returns to her hometown, she's very joyful to see these disciples' dedicated works.
Staying in Qingshui, Tzu Chi volunteers shared a care recipient case with Dharma Master Zhen Yan. The father, Mr. Xu, has lung cancer, and the family faces hardships due to his medical expenses. With the companionship and financial assistance, this family has changed their overall mindset. The eldest son even presented his drawings to the master to express his gratitude.
Mr. Xu, whose cancer cells have spread to his brain, is feeling weak. Despite that, he still comes to the Jingsi Hall to thank Dharma Master Zhen Yan in person.
I'm grateful to Tzu Chi and the Master for helping my family get through the difficult times.
Mr. Xi's family faces financial difficulties due to his medical expenses. More than a year ago, Tzu Chi volunteers started caring for this family. His eldest son, who's very mature, is working part-time while going to school.
My family's financial condition is poor, so I need to work part-time to pay for my own living expenses. I also study hard to earn scholarships.
Kai Chen, who has artistic talent, has drawn this picture to express his gratitude for the master.
He has drawn the picture of a bodhisattva. He said that the master is like a bodhisattva, alleviating people's pain and suffering.
This family, who were once helpless, gradually changed their mindset with the companionship of the volunteers.
I do not worry, and I don't have frivolous thoughts.
Whether we laugh or cry, life goes on. We encourage them to deliver their best wishes for their son.
When Mr. Xi is feeling better, he also seizes the time to volunteer.
He seizes his time. When he feels better, he will come to the Jingsi Hall to pick up tree branches and sweep leaves.
Mr. Xi's youngest son has just finished his military service. A Tzu Chi volunteer accompanies him as if he is his own son.
You need to behave so I can teach you. He is well behaved and he plans his future. It's worthwhile for me to care for this child.
I'm grateful to my godfather, who has been accompanying me since I started serving military service. Now that I'm working, he still accompanies me.
Thank you, Master, for creating the Tzu Chi world. I'm grateful to all the Tzu Chi volunteers. Thank you for the selfless love.
With the care of the volunteers, this family has gone through the difficult times and now is seizing the time to pay the love forward.
18 years ago, the Tzu Chi grounds in Maoli was still just a field covered in weeds. At that time, 3 Tzu Chi volunteers, who all happened to be born in the same year, decided to go remove weeds at the grounds every day. At the same time, they also began growing vegetables and fruits. Let's check out their stories.
At 5 in the morning, while the sky is still dark, the weeding team is ready. Every Saturday morning, 3 sisters come first to remove the weeds in the Tzu Chi Maoli grounds.
It's not fun if the machine is caught by nylons. Then the blade will stop working. The crowfoot grasses have thick roots, and they can often wrap around the blade.
The lawnmowers weigh over 10 kilograms, but they seem light when the volunteers carry them on their back. The weeds in the Tzu Chi Maoli grounds were taller than men 18 years ago, so Peng Guizhen, Peng Yujiao, and Liu Meilian started weeding the place.
When you look around, all you saw were grasses and vines crawling everywhere. We used hoes and sickles to remove them. After you finish one area and started working on another area, you noticed the grasses had grown back. They grew faster than we could read.
Brother Zhong Guoming really admired these three sisters' hard work, so he appealed to other brothers to form a weeding team.
Our Miao Li grounds had three sisters carrying lawn mowers and weeding on this large piece of land, also growing vegetables, so we felt for them. Then we said, sure, let's form a weeding team.
By working together, the sisters slowly cleared the deserted land. They also cultivated a farm at the back and grew vegetables and fruits there.
We don't use any pesticides, so these insects will come.
Sister Liu Meilian is a recycling work secretary. She looks short, but she has mighty strength. Peng Yuzhao takes charge of general services.
We should make best use of our lives. If we don't do this, I feel it's a pity. So when I wake up, I'll do Tzu Chi work.
These three sisters were born in the same year, and it is incredible that they met each other in Tzu Chi. So they cherish this chance and help each other in doing Tzu Chi work.
Last year, Myanmar suffered from many floods, which affected the local farmers' livelihood. This year, Tzu Chi is planning to hold another rice seed distribution in order to help more than 65,000 farmers. To speed up the distribution process, volunteers have replaced the traditional paperwork method with an electronic one.
The ad program this year is the distribution of rice seeds, which is expected to begin after the Lunar New Year. Volunteers prepare for the events ahead of time.
In the past, we went through paperwork to check the identity. When we asked them their ID number, they always said they did not know it. If they had both the same family name and given name, we had to ask their father's name.
Doing paperwork is usually time-consuming. Therefore, starting this year, Tzu Chi's ad distribution in Myanmar will be transformed into an electronic process.
We never used Burmese text input before, and there are many different character patterns. For this reason, we have to find right characters and make them look normal on the computers and mobile phones. It took some time to complete the task.
He is the designer of this system and hopes to reduce farmers' waiting time through filing cloud data.
Now we have the farmer's information. We will only need to check the identification card. After scanning, we will be able to get all of their information. If they have the same name, the system will also inform us. This is very convenient for us.
Besides introducing this electronic system to the volunteers who will participate in the distribution, everyone also joins to simulate the operation.
If Myanmar has a complete solution to deal with the difficult parts, including text, network environment, and other solutions, then other places in the rest of the world should have no problems.
After conducting simulations in person, the frontline volunteers have felt more confident and hope the next month's distribution will be completed smoothly.
At the year-end blessing ceremony in Luzhou, many seniors played the drums in the performance. Some of the seniors remarked that playing the drums really stimulated their brains and allowed them to interact with other performers.
The saxophone players play the music with holiday festivities. This is how the year-end blessing ceremony at Luzhou Jingsi Hall welcomes its participants. Inside the venue, the seniors are playing drums.
Playing the drum can stimulate our brains. Most importantly, I'm able to interact with all the bodhisattvas. I really like being with everyone.
Jian Meizhu, who's turning 70 years old, has found a new meaning in life after joining the big Tzu Chi family.
My granddaughter has joined the Tzu Xiaos. She told me, "Grandma, you can become a kitchen volunteer." I enjoy doing that, and I also volunteer at the hospital.
The volunteers who have been caring for the residents in the community have established a long-term care station for the seniors in Luzhou last year.
What impressed me are the words of gratitude, life, and love, as well as sharing positive affinities. With these simple words, they are teaching us to start caring for people around us.
My daughter is very considerate. If I go to the hospital to seek medical treatment, she will find time to accompany me. I feel very happy and content.
For these seniors, greetings and companionship can be the best gifts for the new year.
The new Taipei City government held a Lunar New Year celebration for the local Vietnamese workers. They also invited the TIMA teams to provide free medical services at the venue. This way, these foreign workers could have the festive vibes of the holidays while being cared for physically.
The Lunar New Year is coming, so the Department of Labor at the new Taipei City government hosts a Lunar New Year celebration and invites TIMA to hold a free clinic for foreign workers.
Normally, foreign workers in Taiwan have all joined the National Health Insurance Program, but they may not like going to a hospital to seek medical help. Today's free clinic doesn't just provide medical treatment, but also some preventative ideas. So I want to thank TIMA members for their assistance.
They're only free on weekends, but many clinics are closed on weekends too, so it's difficult for them to seek help from clinics. Some minor illnesses may improve, but the time it takes can be tormenting, and we feel bad about it. The minor ones worsen, it's not good either.
There are 7 departments on site. Huang Wenda has been working in Taiwan for 8 years, so he came to seek help for a problem that has bothered him for a while.
The doctor told me that my eyes seem to be nearsighted, so I shouldn't use the smartphone for too long. I should sleep well at night. His attitude towards me was quite nice, very nice.
Dr. Chen Zhenfang had known about Tzu Chi when he was working at the Heping branch of Taipei City Hospital, but he didn't know it further. Through this free clinic, he is able to know Tzu Chi better.
We really admire the work Tzu Chi had done in many places, and I'm also very touched. After I came today, I also hope to understand Tzu Chi better. If there's a chance, I will bring my parents to be closer to Tzu Chi.
The doctor suggested that I should eat slowly at home and drink more water. I feel he was very good and passionate.
Although these foreign workers are in Taiwan, the free clinic and the Lunar New Year celebrations allow them to feel passion and warmth of Taiwanese people.
Dong Longbing, who lives in Taichung, was badly injured in a traffic accident when he was 18 years old. He became wheelchair-bound and shut himself off from the world for 13 years. Fortunately, with the accompaniment of Tzu Chi volunteers, he was finally able to walk out the shadows.
Due to hand muscle atrophy, he opens the door by pulling the door handle with the rope and uses a specially designed ring to type on the keyboard. Dong Longbing was a handsome boy in his school days. However, he became paralyzed in a traffic accident when he was 18. Unable to accept this drastic change in his life, he had once not stepped out of his home for 13 years.
Back then, I shut myself off from the world. It was dark times in my life.
Thanks to the love and care of Tzu Chi volunteers, he was able to keep both physically and mentally healthy when receiving treatments for his bed sores.
Later, a Tzu Chi volunteer brought me to receive treatment at a Tzu Chi hospital, which successfully cured my bed sores. I've changed dramatically over the past 2 years.
Dong is now a mouth and foot painting artist, and his works have been widely accepted. Recently, he has also been invited to different schools and communities to share his life stories, inspiring many people.
Different from the time when he was hospitalized, he has become a more open-hearted person. Before, he said that he felt very uncomfortable because he had to lie in bed every day and could not go outside.
Dong is no longer afraid in the face of adversity. He said that if there is any difficulty, he will try to find a way to overcome it.
To confront air pollution, many people use air filters or wear masks. However, for school children, this isn't so practical. For this reason, last year, Kaohsiung started promoting greater awareness of air quality, using the education center to teach children all about the topic.
Picking up the tablet and looking around to find PM 2.5 includes some monsters hidden in the fog.
We use this method of searching for treasure to make students more aware of the sources of PM 2.5.
Not only tablet games, but also VR is used to demonstrate and give life to invisible particles in the air. This gives elementary school students a better understanding of this abstract topic.
I saw this red line, which is pollution. What can it do to me? I believe that this air pollution can make me sick.
To better understand air pollution, a number of students are developing countermeasures. Kaohsiung Haiqing Vocational School students have developed a self-propelled vehicle to demonstrate this topic.
This car can detect dust, so even if you're sitting in the living room, you can drive this car around and see where there's poor air quality in your house.
From college to elementary school, there are many resources for students to be creative and integrate this education about air pollution into the school's established curriculum.
There are 2 ultrasonic waves here. When it is moving, if it meets the wall, it can stop by itself.
If the air pollution robot detects that the air quality value of the area exceeds standards, it will automatically start filtration. From the original idea to final assembly, this is all done by junior high school students.
I didn't know what this was before. Now I have a good understanding. It's actually quite simple.
Environmental issues can be helped by teaching aids, allowing students to study in a fun and creative way. Still, what can be done about dirty air in the classroom? In order to reduce allergies among students, the Education Bureau has researched and improved classroom hardware. Windows of classrooms are equipped with a fan with a cotton filter, which is filtering while providing ventilation.
There will be a positive pressure when you pump in air, making it difficult for outside air to come in.
Semi-annual filtration studies were carried out at Bagua Elementary, Kaishuan Elementary, Zhongshan Junior High, and Guangpu Elementary School. These 4 schools are close to industrial zones or railway stations. The pollution risk is high. Over the course of a month, the effectiveness of different methods was compared. Going outside led to 79 instances where standards were exceeded, while installing air filters led to 5 times. A fan and filter being used led to 4 times exceeding standards. Another preventative measure was simply closing windows.
When the windows are closed, outside air cannot easily come in. With an indoor air purifier, this filtration can naturally improve the indoor air in the classroom.
The study also found that each month's power consumption is less because of less need for air conditioning. Because of these government-led tests in 2019, Kaohsiung City is expected to install this air filtration hardware.
We hope the efforts of Kaohsiung City can be reviewed by the central government to evaluate. In the second half of the year, we hope installing this equipment will lead to improved air quality.
In another part of the campus, plants have been installed to help improve air quality. All of these measures to combat poor air quality will also help more students feel at ease.
The Chinese Lunar New Year is fast approaching. In order to make sure that all the care recipients in Taiwan will be able to celebrate the festivities, Tzu Chi volunteers island-wide have prepared many winter goodie bags for the families. This year,澎湖volunteers have already put together a total of 72 goodie bags. What a loving and caring gesture. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.